Hello, my name is Mara and welcome to my channel for a book recommendation video. Today's recommendation is going to be for the Grumpy Sunshine trope. This is one of my favorites. I love seeing one person who's grumpy and the other person who is sunshine, and how the grumpy person slowly accepts that the sunshine person's personality and presence in their life. So yeah. I'm excited for this, so let's go ahead and get into the recommendations. So the first book I'm going to be recommending is Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey. This is her newest release, and this is about Julian and Haley, and Haley is a gardener. She owns her own gardening business, and she gets hired to plant foliage and plant stuff around the Voss estate, and Julian is back home to help out with the winery, and he is there when she's there, and he's trying to get his work done. He's trying to, I think, write a book, and she's just constantly there making a mess and just being extra, and he does not like it, but he really does like her. He has a soft spot for her. And it is a second chance romance. They actually knew each other when they were younger, and so they are getting a second chance at being together. And I really like this book. I thought it was really cute. So yeah, definitely the Tessa Bailey humor that I am used to. The next book I'm going to be recommending is A Girl Like Her by Talia Hibbert. This book is about Ruth and Evan, and Evan just moved into this small town. He lives next door to the heroine Ruth, and Ruth stays at home a lot of the time, and she writes erotic illustrations. I don't know if they're comic book illustrations or if they're just erotic illustrations, but that is her job. And she is autistic, and I really enjoyed this book. I loved how grumpy she was, and just how she didn't want Evan to be there, but Evan was insistent on making her food, which is my favorite part of this whole book, that he wants to take care of her and make her food, and I love it. And because they are neighbors, they live in the same apartment complex, they can hear each other through their walls. I thought that was going to be a bigger aspect of the book, but it's okay. That's all I have to say really about this book. I really enjoyed it, and I thought their dynamic was really cute. And yeah. The next book I'm going to be recommending is Twisted Lies by Anna Huang. I love this book so much. This is my second favorite in the entire series, and this book is about Stella and Christian. Stella is a fashion person. She has a Instagram dedicated to fashion, and she recently got fired from her job, and her and Jules in the third book moved into this apartment, which Christian gave them a big discount because of Stella. And so now she's like, I need to boost my Instagram following and my social media following so that I can make that my living. And so she and Christian volunteers to be her fake boyfriend on Instagram so that people will be more interested in her, but they think that fake dating will boost their popularity because they'll be the fans and the following will be excited to see them together. And so they fake date, and it's so cute. Christian is one of my favorite heroes of all time. He is a morally gray hero. I love him. He will do anything for Stella, and I love them so much. I love their dynamic. Christian, very broody, very grumpy, and Stella actually has a stuffed unicorn, and he gets very jealous over this unicorn, and I love it. I love this book so much. And then the next book I'm going to be recommending is Baggage Claim by Juliana Smith. This book is about Olive and Finn, and they meet on a plane where they are both heading to the same town. She is heading back to see her family for the first time in a while, and he's going back from meeting his family, I think. He lives in that town, so he's going back there. And while they're on this plane, he proposes that he should pretend to be her boyfriend to help, I think it's to help prove that she's moved on from her past and she's okay now. I could be wrong, but she basically is very grumpy. She does not like festivities, I guess. She's not really a Christmas person, I don't think, and so he wants to show her a good time while she's there, and he wants to help make her more excited for the holidays and to spend time with him and her family. And so he's very excited. He is a skier, I believe. He works at a ski place there, and so they go there for one of their like trips with their family, and he's very excited to date her, like fake date her, and he really wants to get to know her. And throughout this book you learn why she is grumpy and why her personality is being grumpy, I guess. And then I also have The Temptation of a Highlander by Elisa Braden. This is a classic. I feel like I'll recommend it in a lot of videos. I love this book so much. Clarissa and Campbell, I love them so much. I think they are really cute together. And basically, this book is about Clarissa, who she recently has a stalker, and so she needs to be protected because where she lived before was not very protection, like there wasn't a lot of protection where she was living before, and so she goes to visit her friend, and there she meets her friend's brother, who volunteers to be her bodyguard. I think he does, because I think he doesn't want her to be with someone else to protect her, and he feels like he should protect her. And so they go to his house, and they have to be forced to live together, and and so he's very grumpy. You learn why he's grumpy and why he doesn't really want to love someone. And I really love this book because she sews stuff around his house, like she sews curtains for his house and a tablecloth, I think. And she's just really sunshiny compared to Campbell, and I love him slowly melting for her. It's a really good book. I love this one. And then I have I Hate You More by Lucy Gilmore. This one is a Grumpy Sunshine one, but I feel like it's like not that Grumpy Sunshine. But the hero, Spencer, is definitely grumpy compared to his brother. Like, when you put them side by side, you see how much of a grump he is. And he's very much, like, rule-abiding. Like, he follows the rules because he is a dog show judge as well. So there's that. That adds to his personality. And Ruby, the heroine, works at a... It's like, she works with old people. And so one of her, like, patients, I guess, like a nursing home. She works at like a nursing home, and one of her patients has a dog who, I believe it was her husband's dog, and she wants to enter him into a pageant, but she doesn't really know how to do it, and so she asked Ruby, who used to be a pageant queen, to enter him into a dog show, and she does, and there she meets the hero Spencer, who, like I said, is a dog show judge. And also, Spencer's brother is a dog trainer, so that's also why they kind of are forced together, because they live in the same house, Spencer and his brother, and you learn more about them, and I really love it. This book has a mutual masturbation scene, which I love seeing that. I don't know, I just love it. And I really enjoyed this book. I don't hear a lot about it, but I think it was pretty good, so yeah. The next book, one of my favorites, is Runaway Girl by Tessa Bailey. This book is amazing. I love the hero and the heroine. He's very grumpy, definitely. So this one is about Naomi and Jason, and Naomi recently just ran away from her wedding. She decided that she didn't want to get married to him without experiencing what it was actually like to have a life outside of what she's been grown up to be. Like, she's basically been a Southern belle her entire life. She's grown up being prim and proper, and she goes to Florida where she meets Jason and his sister, and there her sister is entering into a pageant for reasons, and Jason hires Naomi to help with his sister and help her do better in this pageant, and it's really cute. Jason was in the special forces, I believe, or special ops, I don't remember. So he's grumpy, and he's really reserved, and he just wants to work on his boat. And Naomi comes in and wreaks havoc, and I love them so much. He's very grumpy, but in, you know, Tessa Bailey fashion, he melts and becomes super sweet, and I really love him, so yeah. And then the next book on this list is Hothouse Flower by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This is the first book I've read in this series because I don't want to read the other ones, to be honest, and I really enjoyed this book. It is about Reich and Daisy, and it is, very grumpy sunshine. So Daisy just like, she's very free. She just wants to live her life. She wants to be rebellious and reckless, and Reich has kind of helped her fulfill that. He's definitely been her inspiration behind a lot of the things that she does, and he's her best friend's brother, and so there's that like forbidden aspect. And so Reich likes her, but at the same time he respects his brother and he wants to show him that he loves his brother, so he doesn't want to be with Daisy. And it's very grumpy sunshine, I feel like. So yeah, that is it for this recommendation video. I tried to keep it pretty short because my last one was very long, and so I hope you enjoyed these recommendations. I hope you got a new recommendation, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you want to see more recommendations, and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me.